Hey everybody, how's it going? I have not been on here for 12 days and just been busy. Husband's going to have cataract surgery, so we've been going to the doctor for him. My shoulder's messed up, so I've been going to the doctor for that. Of course, I've been watching this January 6th committee thing, and I can't wait till, what is it, Friday, that Cipollone is going to testify. But, we've always talked about the woman that's going to take Trump down. And is it Cassidy Hutchinson? I don't think so. And is it Sarah Matthews? I don't think so. I feel in my gut that it's Liz Cheney. And I mean, she went through that January 6th insurrection in the House, where she was probably afraid for her life, even though she was a Republican. And she is pissed. She is totally pissed at Trump. And anybody who is helping him or aiding and abetting him, he's a criminal. He's a criminal. And she's pissed. I mean, that house is sacred. That's how I view it. That's how she views it. That's how many people view it. And they violated sacred ground. That's just the bottom line. They violated sacred ground. And she's very angry about it. And she has no support from her fellow Republicans. But I did ask the pendulum, is it her? And the pendulum said yes. I also asked the pendulum if she was going to keep her seat, and it was hesitant. You guys, I think as these hearings go along, and I do really believe that Garland will serve some indictments. And I think they will be against Jeffrey Clark, Rudy Giuliani, that other attorney, forget his name, because I'm making a video, I forgot his name. I don't know if they'll indict Trump. Remember when Michael Cohen was convicted, they said that they called Trump the unindicted co-conspirator. Well, now they can indict him. And the only reason, you guys, that he wants to be president, and I know he doesn't want to be president. He just doesn't want to go to jail, and he doesn't want to have to pay any money. I just can't even imagine how people can support that guy. I mean, I just don't get it. For example, my sister, who I haven't talked to since 2007, voluntarily. That was the last time I called her, was in May of 2007. And she went, and we were very close, and she went off on me like a rabid dog. And it was just so abusive. Because I called her to tell her I was getting divorced, and or filing for divorce. And I mean, she lit into me, and what she was saying was so abusive. I hung up on her, and I haven't talked to her since. She's called here a couple of times, and again, it was the same treatment. But she has turned into this QAnon supporter. She lives in Florida, and of course, she's on Twitter. Praising Clarence Thomas. So I had to reply. It's like, she's anti-abortion and all that. Well, I guess it's okay for you. Oh, and then today she said something to somebody about, well, don't get pregnant. My sister voluntarily got pregnant. She got pregnant on purpose without telling the guy. She did this twice. The first time, he's like, well, yeah, someday I'd like to have more kids. So what does she do? She intentionally gets pregnant without telling him, without asking him, well, do you want to do it now? No, she went off on her own, not on her own, but made the decision on her own to get pregnant. And he was pissed and he didn't want another kid. And so she got an abortion. So, she called me telling me she had a miscarriage. And of course I was so upset for her and then the next day she called me and said, well, I didn't really have a miscarriage. I had an abortion. Because she's a hypocrite. And then she got a new boyfriend and got pregnant on purpose again, only this time she didn't get an abortion. She's so stupid. But, people like that, I just don't understand how they can be supportive of Trump and DeSantis and Clarence Thomas and all that kind of, I just don't get it. And I was thinking today about how do you understand, how do we recenter? How do we bring people to the center? Because actually I think I'm in the center, but, anybody else would call me really far left, but I'm not. I don't have radical ideas. But I was thinking about this, and I think that the only way that we will be able to bring people back, and I don't know that this is even possible, to bring people back to the center, is that more people have to be willing to see all sides instead of just their side. And the people who are intentionally dividing us need to be kicked out the door. We need to find people who are not intentionally dividing us. We need to get back to the decency, and I'm not talking about family values and all that, whatever. I'm talking about being decent human beings, being caring and polite and to each other. I don't know. So I want to read on that first, and then I want to read on, let's read on Liz Cheney. I want to see what is Liz Cheney? Is Liz Cheney the one that's going to bring him down? We'll do a 6-card, yes or no. Spirit, can you tell us, is Liz Cheney, using the Rider-Waite deck, is Liz Cheney going to be the one to bring Trump down? Is Liz Cheney? All right, well, let's see. Cups and wands are yeses. Pentacles and swords are no's. It's already a yes, 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 no. Empress. Major arcana cards are yeses except for the moon, and it's a no. So this is a yes. There is one no here. Let's see. Is she going to win her seat back? So yeah, she's going to be the one. She's the one. Look what she's doing. She is a freaking maverick, man. She is out on her own, doing what's right, no matter what the cost. God, I have chills. Really, I applaud her, and I don't agree with her politics at all. She has a sister who's gay. She doesn't support gay marriage. I don't care about that. You know what? That's her view. And maybe she does now, I don't know. But that's her opinion. This is different. This is doing the right thing. Knowing the difference between right and wrong. Really? I had this guy that wanted to go out with me one time, and I'm like, I didn't want to go out with somebody that was, like really Christian, because I'm not a Bible thumper at all. And so I'm like, is Jesus Christ your Savior? And he's like, oh, yes, ma'am. And I said, so how do you know the difference between right and wrong? Well, if I'm ever in that predicament, I go to the good book and I read the Bible. That tells me what's right and wrong. Seriously? You don't know the difference between right and wrong to the point you have to go look it up in a book? Seriously? I mean, goodbye. I was pretty picky about who I was dating. And then I end up with a conservative. But that's okay. He's cool in so many other ways. And he's not a Bible thumper. Okay, so what are we reading on now? Is Liz Cheney going to keep her seat? The pendulum said yes. Is Liz Cheney going to keep her seat in the House? Is Liz Cheney going to keep her seat in the House? Because, this January 6th committee is going to change a lot of people's minds. It already is. I mean, look at this new girl coming out, Sarah Matthews and Pat Cipollone. Well, according to the testimony from Cassidy Hutchinson, Cipollone, it looks like he was doing the right thing, right? I mean, in what way did he? It seems to me, from what I heard from Cassidy Hutchinson, that he was trying to quash this. So Liz Cheney going to keep her seat in the House. Oh, let's go down here. Sword. That's the knives in the back, isn't it? Walking away, that's a cup. Here's the Hierophant. But that's a yes, that's a yes. That's a yes. That's a no. And that's a no. So it's a tie. We have 3 swords. So it's a tie. 1, 2, 3. It's a yes, you guys. Because this is a wand, we've got 5 yeses and 4 no's. And you know what? Even if she does, and again, everything is fluid, but even if she doesn't, and that doesn't mean she has to go home and bake cookies. I mean, she can still be an advocate. I can see her running for president and winning. I can. Would I rather see Kamala? Absolutely. But is the Supreme, are we going to be able to add, okay, so after are we going to win are we going to have enough, are we going to win the House and the Senate? Let's do it. Regular, are we going to win the House and the Senate? Let's do a yes and no, because it's a yes and no question. Are we going to win the House and the Senate in 22? Are we going to have a blue 22? Blue 22, blue 22. We're going to have a blue 22. Are we going to win the House and the Senate? 22. All right, let's look. Ten of Cups, King of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 6 of Wands. Well, so far we got 3 no's, 10 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. It's a tie. Sword, Cups, and Death. It's a yes, because the only major arcana card that's a no is the Moon card. Death is a yes card. Change and transformation. It does not mean death. We've got 1. It's 5-4. Yeah, we're going to win. So if we win in the fall, okay, so we got Ketanji Brown Jackson on the bench. Are we going to be able to add to the Supreme Court? Let's ask the pendulum. Pendulum says yes. Let's ask the cards. And then I want to talk to you guys about intuition. Let me shuffle these one more time. Are we going to be able to add to the Supreme Court? We're going to add to the Supreme Court. Well, Ten of Cups again. The Magician. The Empress. So far it's a yes. Yes, it's a yes. We're going to add to the Supreme Court. There's a no. And there's a no. Yeah, we're going to add to the Supreme Court. Oh, God. Okay, so I want to talk to you about intuition because I was thinking about this while I was taking a shower a while ago because I kind of like to meditate while I'm in the shower. River of light, remember? And I learned this a long time ago. It's kind of like using the pendulum. But a long time ago I learned this trick that you can kind of meditate and then ask spirit or your intuition to let you have a feeling somewhere in your body what a yes answer would be. For example, if I ask a question and I'm concentrating on that question and yes or no answers, right? And I think is 1 + 1 2. I feel it right here. Yes. Is 1 + 2 2. Then I feel it in my gut. No. And it may be, you may be different, you know. Is Liz Cheney going to win her seat in the House? Yeah, I feel it. Is Sarah Palin going to ever hold office? No, I can feel it in my stomach. You know, is Donald Trump ever going to be indicted? No. And it might be because it's because we are not going to put an American president in prison. We're not going to do it. We would have a war. I mean, we'd have a war on our hands. As crazy as these people are, really. The powers that be know that. Jared Kushner, I can feel that, he's probably going to prison. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, though. This is how you kind of develop your intuition. And it's just like using a pendulum. It's just like using the cards. You know, you have to concentrate and use your intuition. And you all have intuition. So what do we want to read on now? Is Pat Cipollone gonna be a bombshell testimony? Will Pat Cipollone's testimony be a bombshell? Is Pat Cipollone gonna let the cat out of the bag? Mark Meadows is going to prison. Is Pat Cipollone? Pat Cipollone. Mick Mulvaney's coming out. Ten of Cups again, you guys. Magician again. Knight of Pentacles. Pat Cipollone going to let the cat out of the bag. And the Ten of Cups. No, that's the Nine of Cups. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. 9 and 10 and the Magician. So far, it's a yes, okay? And then we got Judgment. Yeah, those are 4 yeses and 2 no's. So, yeah, it's going to be a bombshell when he comes out. And what this Sarah Matthews is going to do is she's going to come out and she's going to verify everything that Cassidy Hutchinson said because, I barely know her. She's a coffee girl. They're going to throw her under the bus, and Sarah Matthews is going to back her up, saying, yeah, this really happened, and she was more than a coffee girl, and she was in Trump's office all the time, and she was Mark Meadows' right-hand man, woman. So she's going to totally negate everything that Trump said about, I barely knew her and all that kind of stuff. That's out the window. I mean, this Sarah Matthews she's got more. And I'll tell you what, Cassie Hutchinson has more. You think that he only threw one dish against the wall? Will Trump's portrait ever hang in the White House? Will Trump's portrait ever hang in the White House? Maybe only as an example. That's a stupid question. I'm not going to answer that because I don't really care. I wouldn't hang it up. It's like, can you believe that he moved Obama's portrait to the basement? Can you believe what a petty little man he is? A petty, obnoxious. Ooh, he's so gross. Not going to let hate overtake my mind. I hate what he's done. And we got to get back to the center. We got to get back where more people are on the same page. And we got to get control of this gun situation. God. That guy that shot those people in Chicago, he was going to Trump rallies. He killed 7 people. And he didn't care if they were Republicans or Democrats. Did you guys hear the deal about General Motors got something like, I don't remember how many B's with a B, billions they got as a tax credit. Do you know where that tax credit comes from? It comes right out of my purse, right out of your pocket, right out of your wallet. We paid them a tax credit. That's got to be changed. It's like, it just galls me to no end that these big corporations, not only do they get, do they pay zero taxes, they get tax rebates. So they don't pay any taxes for the roads and all this kind of stuff. They write everything off, and then we turn around and give them more money. And they're not putting anything in. They're just taking. It's just crazy. I just don't understand. And the only thing I can figure out is that they are paying people to vote for them to allow them to get this money. That's how much money have they paid people like Mitch McConnell, Are we ever going to have term limits on the Supreme Court? See if we could just get the filibuster banned. Let's do that. Are we going to be able to get rid of the filibuster? Are we going to be able to get rid of the filibuster? Spirit, can you tell me? Will the Dems be able to get the filibuster in 2023? This election, will we be able to get rid of the filibuster? Pentacles, Wands, Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Wands. So that's 4 yeses and 5 yeses. 6 Wands, that's a victory. So yeah, we'll be able to get rid of the filibuster if we can win this, election. And you guys, I'm not even kidding you a little bit. You have to vote. I don't care how you vote. I don't care if you mail in your ballot. I don't care if you go stand in line. everybody mailed their ballot in last time because of COVID. We didn't want to go stand in the line with the people that weren't getting their vaccines, right? I mean, these idiots that thought that was a hoax were just, I'll tell you what, I ended up going and standing in line, and I was told, you've got a mail-in ballot. I'm like, I do? And so I came home and mailed it in. But I had to wait in the whole line to figure that out. I mean, I knew I applied for it, but anyway, none of these people were wearing masks, and it was in the height of COVID. I mean, I'm just gobsmacked, really, just unbelievable. Hey, listen, I'm going to upload this video now, and I'm going to try to upload another one, so just bear with me. Thanks. Bye. Hit the like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Bye.